and welcome to week 4 of the Rose's Arts at Home craft and design activities. Again, my name is Miss Hayley and I'm a teaching artist for the Rose. And last week we worked on making some prop binoculars, right? And the week before we made some gels and gobos and did a little bit of lighting. So this week what we're going to focus in on is costuming. And today we are going to be making some crowns. So let me show you what we are going to be using to make those crowns. The crowns that we're going to be making today will need some paper, some markers as always, some chenille stems, some aluminum foil, some scissors, a glue stick, and a stapler. A very important step in costume designing and many other types of design is doing some research. And so, for instance, when we make a crown, what kind of crown is it going to be? Is it going to be like the one that King Triton wears when he is in The Little Mermaid? Is it going to be one like Lord Farquaad wears in Shrek when he says that he's the king and he snatches it from the priest at the wedding? So I looked online and I wanted to find a crown that was very three-dimensional. So that means there's a lot of big parts that are really interesting to look at and would be fun to make. And the crown that I found that I really want to recreate is this one that is from the 1600s. It is a Danish crown. And so the very first thing that is most important for our designers to know is what they're going to create. So we're going to try and recreate something like this crown today. And you know as well as I do that crowns go on our heads. So the first step in creating your crown will be measuring around your head in order to make your band that's going to be the base of the crown. So let's see what that looks like. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to fold it twice in half, hot dog style or long style, so like this, in order to make the same size strip of paper. So I'll show you what that looks like. Once you've cut out your strips of paper, you're then going to line them up. They should be roughly the same size since you folded your paper into 4 parts. You're going to take your stapler and staple it twice so that it stays together really well. And you can do that with all 4 strips of your paper, but your head, unless your head is a lot bigger than Miss Hayley's, you're probably only going to need 3. So I can tell you that based on how this is fitting around my head, I am only going to need 1 tiny bit more bit of paper in order to make it around the rest of my head. So you'll attach that one last one also with staples and we'll see where we go from there. One thing, friends, that I caution you to do is have your staples with the flat side all on one side because you want that to be the side that goes in against your head. The reason I say that is because the other side, the little bumpier side, is going to be on the outside. It can kind of catch your hair if you have long hair or even short hair too. So you want to have the flat side on the inside. And the next thing that you're going to grab after you have this all stapled together is we are going to, before we make it into a ring, we're going to add the shiny bits by using our aluminum foil and our glue stick. And once you have attached some tin foil to the band of paper that will go around your head, you'll notice that I left a little part of this bare. That's because that's the extra bit that is going to get covered up when I wrap this around anyway. So now, my friends, before we staple this all together, what we're going to do is we're going to grab those markers that I mentioned earlier, and this is when you can add any jewels or gems that you think would be fun to have on your crown. Now, you'll notice the crown that I showed you at first is actually a gold crown, and you can choose to have that crown gold too by using a yellowish or orange colored marker. I'm going to keep mine silver because I like silver more, and I'm going to just add some jewels and gems. Now it looks like this one has a big dark colored jewel in the center there, but you get to do whatever you want because you're the designer. So I'll show you what mine looks like in just a moment. All right, so I have added my gems and jewels. I have a big old emerald here in the middle, and then some little rubies, and then I don't know, some aquamarine, some diamonds along there too. You can see it's very, very shiny. So now what we're going to do, you finally get to measure it around your head, and you might need an adult to help you with this, but you'll find where it meets in the back, and then pinch it there, and you will staple together that spot right there. Remember to have the flat side of the staple on the inside so that you do not hurt your hair or pull your hair. All right, and then you should be able to wear your crown, just the band to start. But as you may have noticed, the crown that I showed you has a lot of extra details in there that are super, super cool, including this little cage that seems to go up and around it. And so that is where we are going to use our chenille stems. All right, so I'm going to get, let's say, 3. And the next step that you'll need to do is you're going to take that aluminum foil again. You're going to wrap it around our chenille stems. And you will see in just a moment why we are going to do that. All right, so actually I ended up using 4 chenille stems instead of 3, and I'll show you why. So I have individually wrapped the 4. That means I've wrapped them all separately. And if you notice our picture of the crown, they all meet in the center. So what we are going to do is we are going to eventually be stapling each of these to the 4 sides of our crown. And I say sides. When I say sides, my friends, I want you to choose the spot that you want to have as the center of your crown. All right, and what we're going to do, or the front and center, what we're going to do is I'm going to basically make an X in shape with my foiled chenille stems. So let me show you what that looks like. Alright friends, so once you have stapled each of the ends of your pipe cleaners or your chenille stems into the inside, you can connect the 4 of them at the top here. Now you'll notice I kind of wrapped them around each other. Those chenille stems are very, very easy to interlock. You just have to wrap them around once. And then what you can do is you may wear your beautiful crown. And lucky for me, this kind of crown is perfect when you have your hair in a bun because it fits right over. Now, if you notice, our initial picture that we were working with shows the crown has a topper there. If you want to add something to the top, my recommendation for you is doing something like another chenille stem, or you can do a ball of aluminum foil that you can staple or glue right onto the top there. And so I might add that to mine a little bit later. But first, you may take a moment to appreciate your crown that you've made today. And I want you to think too, if you make this kind of crown, what are you going to be the king or the queen or the royal person of? Are you the queen of staplers, of cell phones, of naked mole rats? Who knows? You get to choose for you. So my friends, I hope you had so much time or so much fun today making these crowns, and I can't wait until next week when we get to do another art craft design activity. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.